brand new launch of the Iowa Prodigy Bone Conductor headphones. Stay right where you are because we move into not one great product to another, but from one great product to our best-selling kitchen gadget in our history at HSN. We're 48 years old. This is our best-selling gadget, closing in on 1 million. I mean, that's quite a lot. And I should say this, we never do these on sale. $24.95, maybe unless it's a random Today special once a year or every other year. But $14.95 to get the most amazing helper in your kitchen. It does all the slicing, the dicing, the grating, the shredding, all the stuff it's hard to do with a regular knife. These are the stainless steel drums that you're getting. There's a slicing blade drum, there's a fine grater, and there's a coarse grater. These are stainless steel. You can intermingle these into the drum. We'll show that to you in a second. And then it does all the work with a simple crank of the hand like this. Let me share with you quickly. We've got all the colors: white, that bright, beautiful magenta. Oh, I love that, so happy. Classic teal, classic deep blue. We've got this fantastic gray, silver gray, and the classic black. All right, first come, first serve. Ready, set, go. Here's Chef Shahir Massoud joining me. Good to see you.
How's it going?
I am just feeling like really special because I got this. I got this for my show for you today at a sale price.
The #1 selling kitchen gadget in the history of HSN, because when you think about it, you're replacing a mandolin, you're replacing a box grater, you're even gonna replace a food processor, and I'll show you how. But now I'm starting on the slicer attachment, and look at the presser. Nothing goes to waste. Whether I'm finely slicing those radishes, carrots, cucumbers, I'll show you potatoes for potato chips, beet chips, sweet potato chips, and you're getting even perfect slices. And look, nothing ever goes to waste because it goes all the way to the bottom. When you wanna switch out the drum, Callie, and you know this, stainless steel that goes into your dishwasher, nothing to scrub. And now I can easily swap out for, let's say, the large coarse grater. And I love this one for cheese or hash browns. And it's as easy as that. You just screw on the back, and now all of a sudden, I've got my box grater replacement. Look at the cheese. Wait till you see the potatoes for the hash. Are you kidding? Like, you're gonna do a pound of cheese in 5 seconds and nothing goes to waste. Fingers never in the way. Think about an old box grater where your fingers have to go like this, Callie.
I think I still have some scars.
Ugh. Me too. You get the knuckles cut. Never again. Look at this. Even my Parmesan cheese, a hard cheese, all the way to the bottom. And look, in seconds, no waste, all the way down to the rind. You're never gonna waste that cheese. Even a softer cheese. I make a great pizza at home, or chicken parm. A soft mozzarella ball, fresh. Don't buy the cheese pre-grated, Callie. You're paying for preservatives. Here you don't have to worry, and nothing ever goes to waste. Again, like the slicer, when you're done, unscrew the back. That's stainless steel. Listen, built to last. Throw that in your dishwasher, and you can keep on interchanging those drums.
Keep on keeping on.
How cool is that?
None of us enjoy doing that. I mean, the whole box shredder, that whole thing, I mean, it was great in its day, but now things have gotten so much better and just so much easier. White is the most limited, just letting you know. The most popular right now is the classic teal, but we have the fun colors. This is one of those things every kitchen needs. Whether you're a great cook, you're an experienced cook, you're a brand new cook, having somebody else, and I'm gonna call it a sous chef, if you don't mind.
Totally.
Because it does, none of these jobs are something that many of us look forward to doing because it's tedious and is almost impossible with a regular knife. And how the heck else would you ground your graham cracker
You're getting your graham crackers, your breadcrumbs. Again, nothing in the way, nothing comes to waste. When I talked about replacing a food processor, look at the consistency you're gonna get from that graham cracker. How about a cheesy cracker? I love to do this with a coated chicken, or if you're doing a mac and cheese topper. Take your favorite cheesy crackers, and look, sometimes you just need a little bit of breadcrumb to bind something, and you don't wanna whip out the food processor. Look at this. Never in the way, and you're getting complete, consistent results. It's incredible. So whether you want to do a fine grate, a slice, a coarse grate, it's going to do it all. And in seconds, in real time, you just unscrew it, stainless steel drum, into the dishwasher, and I can keep on grating, slicing, whatever I need to do. And this is why almost 1 million people have said, yeah, I don't want to deal with the scary mandolin or the box grater or the handheld grater. This is an easier way to do it.
And I mean, normally these are $24.95 and they sell themselves. You get one and the word of mouth has sold them as much as anything else. I really encourage you to grab this. This is summertime. This is when it's fun to make the fresh. Look at, maybe you're making
I make like a zucchini loaf. Absolutely. You could do your zucchini noodles. If you want to make a hash brown, look at that. In seconds, I've done it my grated potatoes, so it's not just for cheese. You're gonna grate those potatoes, grated carrots into a salad this summer, or into your coleslaw. Do this with your cabbage to make a quick coleslaw. You don't need knife skills. You don't need a food processor. And look at the quantity and the consistency. Fingers never in the way.
I'm gonna pull this out to show you.
It's crazy.
This is also something that suctions down onto the counter, so it doesn't go wobbling along the way as you're putting any kind of energy towards that handle.
Totally.
So all you're doing is cranking the handle.
All you're doing is cranking. There's nothing to plug in, and it's the power of suction. You're gonna see nothing ever flops around. So you're gonna attach this to your cutting board or your work surface and just use it all day. Even an egg salad. I love this large
salad.
coarse grater for a quick egg salad.
It like aerates the eggs.
It's so cool. Like, this is what I'm talking about. You're not only replacing a box grater or a mandolin you're too scared to use, you're replacing basically a food processor that you don't have to lug out. And because of that presser, nothing goes to waste. So you're using it for that large grater, the small grater, the slicer, and all in between those tasks. You unscrew the back cali, stainless steel, into your dishwasher, and I like that because, listen to that, it's built to last.
You can get this delivered for like either $4 or $5. That's it.
Yeah.
It's yours. You will not need, there's no learning curve here. It is the easiest thing in the world, and it is a heavy duty machine. I mean, considering there's no electricity, it's just your handle that you're cranking out all the things like hard deli meats, I mean soft deli meats. Like you showed us the hard cheeses and the soft cheeses, fruits, vegetables. We're gonna show you cracker crumbs and peanuts and the M&Ms that you maybe wanna drizzle over a homemade chocolate cake.
Yeah.
The sky is the limit here, and we are just getting started. If you're just tuning in, this is the lowest price I have ever seen us do. We've done a couple of times as a Today Special over the years.
Yep.
But this is like a Today Special for my show.
Totally.
So you're getting the lowest price on the best-selling kitchen gadget. We sell a lot of things, a lot of kitchen gadgets, a lot. This is our #1 best-selling gadget, almost 1 million spoken for at $24.95. Don't forget, I said $4 on Flex. It's less than that. That's for when it's $25. It's $2.99 today. $2.99. You won't dread these jobs anymore.
And you're gonna save time, and you're right, Callie. We don't dread cooking, we dread the prep. Whether you're slicing that salad or making those potato chips, scalloped potatoes, even radishes, super hard to slice, or garlic, mushrooms, little things. You can load up into the hopper here, and that presser makes sure nothing goes to waste. Fingers never in the way. That's replacing that mandolin you're too scared to use. But don't forget, you also got the large grater and that small grater, and in real time, you're just swapping out those little drums. It's worth it to me just for cheese. I'll get home my cheddar, my parm, mozzarella, and instead of a box grater, it's fresh, and your knuckles are nowhere in the way. Look at this, Callie.
I know. And
it's
look
crazy.
at how fast you can
and
go, blow through a block. Go for the big stores and get the big blocks and grind it up or grate it up fresh.
Totally.
It doesn't make sense to spend more just to have preservatives in your shredded cheese from the grocery store, does it? That makes no sense to me.
Oftentimes, by the way,
and it's not as good for you.
Just for cheese, oftentimes when you buy it pre-grated, it's actually coated in something so that it doesn't stick. So you don't need to pay for those preservatives, and you're paying extra for the privilege. Now, you unscrew the back. That goes into the dishwasher. I'm now gonna go back to that small grater, because that small grater, either I'm gonna do my parm nice and fine, or we talked about breadcrumbs and cracker crumbs. Look, sometimes I just want a couple breadcrumbs to my meatballs. I'll take some crackers. Why not? Or you said some cookies for that ice cream sundae bar. Even these hard cookie and cream cookies, you can do in your speed grater. So I'm not taking out a food processor. I'm not using a box grater. I'm not using a mandolin, and my fingers never in the way. Nothing going to waste.
It's so safe. It's so effortless.
Chocolate.
Literally, there is no effort on your part. Hard chocolate, all the little delicate.
Look at that.
Exactly. It literally aerates everything as you're grating it through it.
Right?
May I remind you, we've got all these beautiful colors. White is very limited. If you want white, don't wait on it. It is definitely, I think, less than 1,000 to go around now. We have this in the beautiful classic magenta. I love this nice bright pink. Classic teal, most popular. Classic deep blue, always a fantastic choice. This is your silver. We also have it in the black. These are the grates or the drums that you're getting. And again, stainless steel. You throw these in the dishwasher in between uses. I've had mine for years. They're still as sharp as they were from the get-go. I don't know how that works, but I guess it's because it's stainless steel. I love mine. You'll love yours. We are busy. We've had hundreds of new customers joining us for this product as your very first purchase at HSN. Thank you. Over 200 of you picking this up today, first purchase.
Look at even the whole pieces of bread. Sometimes you get that little end piece of bread that's not sandwich worthy. And again, I never buy breadcrumbs anymore. You don't have to. You could do your quick breadcrumb easily. And again, this is the large grater, so I'm replacing that box grater where your fingers usually get in the way. Here, nothing gets in the way and nothing gets to waste. When you use an old school box grater, half of what you're grating goes to waste because you don't want to lose your knuckle. I get it. Here with that presser, nothing ever goes to waste. So whether you're using that large grater, easy now in real time. Whoops. I take that stainless steel drum, listen, built to last. I've used mine almost every day for 4 years, same drums. Now I can go back to the small grater, and I love that small grater for things like I was showing you earlier, Callie, the chocolate, the breadcrumbs, the cracker crumbs, even chopped peanuts, almonds, etc. You can do it all, and look, load it all into the top. Even harder things like those cookies, you can do now for your ice cream sundae bar, to top salads, soups, stews. It's unbelievable. You're gonna replace a food processor, you're gonna replace that box grater, and the mandolin you're too scared to use. The variety of stuff you can do with this, and the ease, where nothing ever gets to waste. This is why almost 1 million people have trusted the Speed Grater, making it the #1 kitchen selling gadget in the history of HSN.
That is a huge statement. We sell so many great things at HSN. So I really welcome all of you flipping through the channels. This is a big weekend to be able to share some of our, as hosts, some of our favorite products. And this is absolutely
Holy cow, look at what I've done
at the top of the list. I've had 3 hits already in the show. It's just been a great day. We really do feel passionate about the products. And we love that we can make life easier for you. And I do encourage all of you, if you've not tried one of these, try it. If you have, get 1 or 2 for on the shelf for later. Whether it's a housewarming gift, a graduation gift, for wedding present, or just holiday gifts aren't that far down the road. When you think about something that people use, that's the kind of gift I love to give to people. So I encourage you to take advantage of this. You're welcome to as many as you would like. We are not limiting 1 per customer. When you think about something that does this, these are the nasty jobs, chef.
Totally.
Even as a chef, I'm sure you hate doing all the slicing and dicing.
And listen, this is one of those gifts where you don't have to know someone's size. I don't have to know what you're into. Everyone has to slice, dice, and prep, and this is gonna replace that mandolin, that food processor, the box grater where half your knuckles go to waste. It's fast, it's easy. Everyone in the building has one, Callie. Have you ever noticed that?
Oh, it's
How
the truth.
everyone here has a Speed Grater. It's just one of those things because it takes a design of a box grater, a mandolin, all these things that you're too scared to use or waste your food, and you never waste it again.
On top of that, a food processor, which are great. Most of them are huge and expensive, and this is something that is so easy to pull out of a drawer. It suctions to your counter, and because it does the slicing and all the grating, you can sit back and start making maybe some of the recipes that you've resisted because there was too much prep involved.
And also, go to hsn.com because you're gonna see a whole ecosystem built around the Speed Grater. So Callie, we have a juicer, we have a spiralizer, all these different attachments as well that you can add to your Speed Grater. You're gonna love it, and it really will. You're gonna throw the box grater away. You're gonna throw away that mandolin you're too scared to use, and you're actually gonna start prepping with speed, ease, accuracy. Everything stays